Morning everybody. Apologies, this video it's only just going up on a Thursday. Usually it'd be on a Wednesday. Just had a lot of crazy travel. So today is the turn of Anya to give us her video. Really hope you enjoy it, and please always just feedback. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Anya. I've been competing since May 2018. I started my first prep in February 2018, and me and my boyfriend just kind of winged it, pulled our knowledge together, and just kind of got on with it and see what we could do. It went pretty well. I managed to get a pro card with one federation, and I got an invite to the World Championships with another. And in the process, I absolutely fell in love with competing. So this year I came back with a coach and I've been much more competitive. I managed to take 3 titles, being the 2 British champion. I went out to Italy and became the Yamamoto Cup winner over there, and then also I did the Amateur Olympia in London where I managed to win my class again. So I had a very, very successful season this year, and I can't wait to go again soon, hopefully. So I'd say my journey to the stage started at a very young age when I was diagnosed with chronic reactive arthritis. Now this mainly affects my knees now, however when I was young it affected all my joints. It meant that my parents were told I wouldn't be a very active child and I may struggle with sports and things like that. So I think as soon as I was old enough to understand what that meant, I very much went the other way, and I wanted to do as much as I could for as long as I could. So I had a very active childhood. I danced, I did ballet and tap from a very young age. I sprinted for my county. I played football for years, and I also played rugby for a while as well. So I had a lot to do, and my parents were very supportive with all of this, and they never held me back regardless of sort of the risks of me doing all this stuff. So like I say, because they never held me back, my parents were very supportive with everything I do. My dad, bless him, used to throw himself into everything I decided to do, and he would research the best ways for me to train, and he'd train to become coaches and things like that. So he was always there to support me. He would always push me as much as he could within reason, to push me out of my comfort zone and make me a better athlete. Although I didn't maybe appreciate it at the time, because obviously I was young and I couldn't be bothered half the time. It's definitely shaped who I am now, and it's made me the athlete I am now. It showed me the dedication that I need. So I have to thank him massively for that, and I always have to thank my mum for just supporting me in everything and always being there. She's just always there for me regardless of everything. Even now, although they both maybe don't fully understand why I do what I do, they still support me fully with it, and they try and come to as many of my shows as possible, and they're just always checking that I'm happy and I'm okay. So I appreciate them a lot, and they do a lot for me, and I wouldn't be able to compete without them. That being said, I also wouldn't be able to compete without my other half. He is the one who initially encouraged me to compete. He thought I'd be very good at it, and up until I met him, I never had the self-confidence to actually go through with it and do it. So I have to say a massive thank you to him, because it's probably the best decision I've ever decided to do, and it's all because of him, and he supported me so much throughout it. So massive thank you. So I always struggled with self-confidence issues as a child because of I have an underbite, which means my bottom jaw sticks out a lot further than everyone else's, and because of this I never liked smiling particularly, especially not with my mouth open, which is still something I'm trying to get to grips with now. It's still, I'd say, my biggest insecurity. However, one of my other insecurities as a child was because of the sports I decided to do, so football and athletics and what have you. I was very much a tomboy. I still am now, to be honest. So I used to have my hair scraped back in a ponytail every day. Didn't used to wear makeup, and all that kind of stuff. So I was always sort of poked fun at because of it. But it's just one of those things. Everyone has their own little things when they were growing up. That was mine. Carrying on from that, after a couple of different relationships, one ended up in me being cheated on, and others just ended up with me being left feeling inadequate. So again, just backing up those self-confidence issues. I never had the confidence to get on stage, like I say, until I met Jamie. I still have issues with confidence in terms of my appearance and what I think I'm capable of. However, I'm leaps and bounds ahead of where I used to be, and I'd say it's pretty much all because of competing and what it's taught me now. In that I am able to change anything I physically want to in my life, as long as I'm willing to put in the work. And I think that helps with a lot of things in my life, not just fitness related. So it's a very big lesson that it's taught me, and it showed me what I'm willing to work for, and it showed me what I actually appreciate in life as well. So I think one of the major turning points for me was around the year of my 18th birthday, where I ended up having a knee operation I didn't actually need to have due to my arthritis. So I was off my feet for a while because of that during recovery, and my body obviously changed within that time, and it left me feeling unhappy with how I looked physically, and obviously that then affected me mentally. So as soon as I was able to get back in the gym, I would say that's when I started taking training seriously, because I didn't want the freedom of training being taken away again. And with my condition, it's one of those things where the more I use it, the better it tends to be. It's not always the case. Sometimes it'll just flare up regardless. But if I rest too much or I'm not active enough, then it tends to stiffen up. So I didn't want that taken away from me again, ever. So alongside competing, I am also a student. I study prosthetics and orthotics. I absolutely love it. I never thought I'd be able to do it academically. It was something that I always struggled with. I always used to hold myself back. I always said that I wouldn't be able to do it. However, I reached a point in my life where I had nothing to lose, so I just went for it, and it's, again, one of the best decisions I decided to do. So like I say, I do compete alongside studying, and I also work to be able to support myself as much as I can with the help of my family and Jamie. So it's one of those things where if you love something enough, you will find a way around it. It's not the easiest thing, and I wouldn't recommend it, but if you love it, you will just do it. You'll get on and find a way. In summary, I'd say that competing has showed me how hard I'm willing to work and what I'm willing to work for. It's also showed me who actually supports me with everything that I do, and it's given me some of my best friends, some of the nicest people I could have ever wished to meet as well. I still have confidence issues, like I say, and it's something I am working on, but I'm slowly getting better with that, as I think everyone in this industry is. I think it's never something you actually really conquer, it's just something you learn to control. But I look back now and I can see how much happier I am from before I started competing. Even though I didn't realise it at the time, I can identify some of the issues I had, even though I didn't know I had them.